Maneva na say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there osia dem yopo.
This PENDREAM TV, your only authentic source of political news and latest updates. Please, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Subscribe if you don't want to mix any latest news or updates going around the world. Please do subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first to hear and broadcast what is happening around the globe as well. Like and also share to other members. Comment after watching. Or you can send your suggestion through our WhatsApp number, which is 0277128777. Thank you. Sammy Gyamfi is still on the matters of Cecilia Dapaah's case, which the Attorney General of recent time has also come out with an issue letter asking the court to discontinue with the case, which he sees it as useless, and also telling the Attorney General that he doesn't have that power to prevent any legal situation or advise anybody on legal issues. Without much ado, I would like you to join me listening to what he said into detail. Please, after listening, do leave a comment of what you think. Thank you.
The truth of the matter is that there is a grand conspiracy by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia MPP government to cover up the truth and the real facts of the Cecilia Dapaa case. This should be obvious to any objective bystander. You don't have to be a lawyer to appreciate this truth. And in fact, this matter is not technical at all. It is not legalese at all. Any objective, ordinary mind can appreciate this truth, these facts for themselves. You see, what are we talking about here? We are talking about an incident which occurred, where we're told that large sums of money were found at the residence of a public officer. At the time, a certain minister of state. We're talking about huge sums of money, millions of dollars, and some amounts in euros, some in cedis and all that. The entire nation was outraged by the gargantuan amounts which, per court documents we saw, were in the custody of this Ministry of State at her residence. And the issues that were raised were basically twofold. That number one, what is the source of this money? Because, to the ordinary man, this amount of money is disproportionate to the income of any sitting Ministry of State. So legitimate questions were asked as to how this Ministry of State could have come by this money. The second issue that was raised by the public was how come that this money, this huge amount of money, was being kept in dollars and euros and so on, and more importantly, being kept at the residence instead of in a bank account and all that. So these were the issues that were raised, which for me were legitimate issues. Now, at the time, we as a party said we're not going to convict Madam Cecilia Dapaa pending investigations. We never pronounced her guilty. We never said she was guilty of any offense. All we and other like-minded Ghanaians called for were credible, transparent investigations for us to ascertain the source of that money and whether or not she could account for that money. If she was able to account for that money, matter ends. Nobody can say that she's a criminal. But if she's not able to account for that money, then it raises serious legal issues that are worth probing and even prosecuting, because that will border on criminal offenses and all that. So that was the open mind that we approached this matter when it first broke. Let's conduct credible and transparent investigations. And my brother, right from the get-go, this government, led by the president himself, has acted in ways that shows that they are not interested in an investigation at all. And you see, if they think that they are helping Madam Cecilia Dapaa in doing so, then they are mistaken, because they are actually worsening the case for Cecilia Dapaa. Because it is in the interest of Cecilia Dapaa that this matter is investigated in a credible and transparent way that engenders confidence in the process, that she is able to make a case and justify the source of this money and why she was keeping that home. And look at what the president did. Nana just recounted that. A president who is a lawyer of many years standing at the bar just makes a prejudicial comment, prejudging the entire investigation that, look, I'm the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. You know that the prosecutorial powers of the state are vested in the Attorney General. That is the main prosecutorial powers. And the president is his boss. He's not independent. The president is his boss. So, by extension, the president has the power to determine who to prosecute and who not to prosecute. Because the Attorney General, who by virtue of Article 88 has those prosecutorial powers, is his appointee. He has the prerogative to hire him or fire him. He answers to him. And so this person, the president of the land, comes to make a prejudicial comment that the investigations, I know that the investigations will amount to nothing. And at the end of the day, you'll be acquitted. Your innocence will be vindicated. Straight away, I said, look, this man has messed up Cecilia Dapaa big time. Because Ghanaians are discerning. Ghanaians are very discerning. Once you do that, everybody knows that the corruption clearing agent is at it again. He is trying to cover up something. Then fast forward, the special prosecutor takes up this matter. I have not been enthused at all with the way the special prosecutor handled the matter.
Why?
I think he was whining too much and lamenting too much, and this Ankonam song and all those narratives for me was totally unacceptable.
If he was facing challenges,
no, if you were facing challenges, we all face challenges. This Ankonam tenor, you are a creation of law. You have powers. You have exercise your powers, and you are here singing Ankonam, Ibuafo, and all those things. You understand? He conducted a search, made certain findings which he didn't make public because it could have, undermined the investigations. And so I was expecting that if he came to the conclusion that this matter fell outside his jurisdiction as special prosecutor and wanted to refer it to Iyoko, he should have at least added the findings he made through that search and the other investigations he conducted. He even told us that he collaborated with the FBI and other external agencies in investigating the matter. What were your findings? Even if not conclusive, what prima facie evidence did you come by so that you supplied that to Iyoko? I think that is also a missing link. But what is most outrageous in this conversation is the acts by Iyoko. And I think so far it has not been raised. The decision by Iyoko to write to the Attorney General for advice on whether or not he should investigate a matter. Master, I have never heard some of this thing before. I have never. Look at the Iyoko Act and look at the governing board. The governing board of Iyoko has a rep from the IGP, a rep from the Attorney General and Minister of Justice Department. Is there? Check. All of them are there. And they have been given a clear mandate under the Iyoko Act. If you check section 2A, it says the object of the office are to prevent and detect organized crime. That is the purpose for which we set up Iyoko. Now look at section 3, functions. The functions of the office, that is of Iyoko, are to investigate and on the authority of the Attorney General, prosecute serious offenses that involve money laundering. So when they are investigating, they are not investigating on the authority of the Attorney General. It is the prosecution that they do on the basis of the powers the Attorney General has already ceded to them under law.
And the original request...
So you don't need the permission of Godfrey Dami before you investigate a matter. This is what it says. To investigate and on the authority of the Attorney General, prosecute serious offenses that involve money laundering. So you have the powers to investigate money laundering. You don't need the Attorney General to give you an advice and tell you whether to investigate a matter or not to investigate a matter. The fact that they wrote that letter shows that there was a conspiracy. We don't want to investigate the matter, so we will bring you a letter for advice. Then you tell us so that Tiwa Dodankwa who is the head of Yoko, can get a cover. That I didn't investigate it because the Attorney General, who is the principal legal advisor of government, told me not to investigate. That's a cock and bull story. Like lawyer Martin Pegbu said, this is hogwash, balderdash. It simply doesn't make sense. You have a mandate, and as you and you see, even if the special prosecutor did not give you any facts, findings, or evidence as per his own investigations, you have the right to conduct your own investigations. In this country, we've had several institutions where the police will investigate a matter. The whole matter is given to another agency to investigate. In the Oponi matter, Iyoko investigated. After that, the Attorney General still took the matter and gave it to the CID to do their own investigations as well. Why? In the Charles B.C. Galamsey fraud matter. At the time the special prosecutor was seized with the matter, then Martin Amidu investigating it. Didn't they give the same matter to the CID to also investigate? So the point is that even at the time the special prosecutor was doing his investigation, Yoko could have done their own investigations. The FIC, who have been given the mandate under the Anti-Money Laundering Act to investigate money laundering, could have also done their own investigations. So this thing about don't investigate a matter, I mean, that what is wrong with investigation means you just want to ascertain the facts and evidence to establish the existence of an offense or otherwise. What is so difficult about an investigation that the Yoko cannot do, that they require direction from the Attorney General, who right from the get-go has shown that he's not interested in unearthing the truth in this matter? Then, apart from this, the Attorney General writes this useless, nonsensical letter.
What is it about that you're saying is useless?
Lawyer Martin Pegbu has done justice to the issue. Need I belabor the point? Section 1.3 of the Anti-Money Laundering Act is clear. Very clear. It is English. You don't have to be a lawyer to understand it. And Section 1.3, you can put it back on the screen. It says that once money is found in your custody and you cannot account for the money, and that money is disproportionate to your income, you shall, not may, mandatory, you shall be deemed to have committed the offense of money laundering. Simple as it. Asa. Senior, you don't even have to look at the memo. This one is clear.
So that's
because people were challenging and
at 10:44. We'll
it is clear. The money is found in your custody. You can't account for it. That money is disproportionate to your income. So the question is, you can only tell Yoko not to investigate if Madam Cecilia Dapaa has satisfactorily accounted for the money, or it has been established that that money is proportionate to her sources of income. Then matter closed. Then you give us those facts and we all interrogate it. What they are doing, they are damaging Cecilia Dapaa the more. They are not helping. Because you see, people are discerning in this day of new media. Go and see the comments on social media. Who are they trying to fool? And that is why His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, the nation builder, the incoming president of the Republic of Ghana, inshallah, by the grace of God, by the mercies of the people of this country, has served notice that we will reopen investigations into this matter when Ghanaians give us the nod and we are sworn into office on the 7th of January 2025. We will reopen investigations because we must get to the bottom of this matter. If the woman has not committed an offense, then she's vindicated. But if she came by this man, and the reason why this is a matter of considerable public interest is that this woman was a public officer. She was a minister of state. If she was a private citizen, it's a different matter. You understand? So it is in the interest of the nation for us to know what is wrong with that. That you can't do a simple investigation. Iyoko can't do this simple investigation. They need Dami to tell them. And Dami ends by saying that, yes, you have the mandate to do the investigation, but it is not necessary. Does the Attorney General give legal advice on what is necessary or unnecessary? Is that even his mandate? No. It's like this man doesn't know his job. This Godfrey Dami.
So
who claims to be the all-knowing person when it comes to law in this country? Attorney General gives legal advice. With the concern of the Attorney General in giving any advice is whether or not an act is lawful or not lawful. It's not his mandate doesn't bother on what is necessary or unnecessary. Who is he? to determine that you have a mandate to do something, but it is not necessary? Is that part of the work of an attorney general? What do they take us for? So please, let's not belabor this point. Look, for those watching, there is no way that we can come to the bottom of this and the many other corruption scandals we have witnessed under this government, under the reign of this corruption clearing agent, President Akufo-Addo, and his complicit Vice President Alhaji Bawumia, who himself is very corrupt, as Lawyer Martin Pebu has already demonstrated. Very corrupt.
Absolutely.
They can't fight corruption. Corruption has rather fought them and defeated them and converted them to be their chief apostles. So they themselves are the ones that can say opinion if one for opinion or it is because these leaders themselves are inherently corrupt. That is why they don't even have any commitment to investigate. We are not saying the woman is corrupt, just investigate.
But
you understand?
On that score, I would say then that of the three personalities who are standing for president today, Alan Chemating is the only one that Ghanaians can confirm.
We are not corrupt. Has a soft spot for the butterfly.
Oh no, we don't
want to kill. We don't want to kill the. We even need an alliance for change with you. You understand?
You haven't said it.
It is good for you to come and join and support the winning team. But however, he knows. Oh, of course. Oh, don't you know of the alliance of change?
No. If that
you don't know how Akufo won 2000, eh?
People don't have a right to choose what.
You don't know how Akufo won 2000.
I mean, why do you express such?
I'm very optimistic that we'll get such an alliance.
I am saying.
No. Let me conclude.
I am saying, and so
what I can say,
and so what?
What I can say, in all honesty,
is
that Alan Chemating is not as corrupt as Bawumia. That's what I can say.
It's not.
I can say that. I can even take that. But you know. So, no, hold on.
That one is
because as minister, he's been minister of trade, right? And not even one corrupt act has been established.
No.
But you know
for
that
a long time.
Alan's brother, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, when it comes to the commitment to the fight against corruption, including prosecuting your own party people, nobody under this Fourth Republic has demonstrated that commitment than John Mahama. He did it in the Jida case. He did it in the National Service scandal. He did it in the Smarties Bus Brandy scandal, where he ensured that payments made under illegal contracts were retrieved for the state. People were prosecuted, including his own party people. That is the man we are talking about. Okay. Your candidate has some similarities with him, and so we can partner and rescue this country and redeem the soul of our country. They are basket case.
Who decides who I go into partnership with? Is it
but I hope you understand the point of our system. But we are being fair. Somebody is judging this.
I've never said you shouldn't. Even before then, I said we would approach you.
The president already stood on the Joseph Proverb and said, Fafanto is already in bed with NDC. And so what?
Please.
I mean, so what?
I was saying something. Please. I'll say something. In respect of the elections, 2024 elections, incoming elections, all right, we are looking at someone who has not been there before, who has now come, who has potential 8 years, and his vision, as against someone who has been there before, who only has 4 years. Okay? So, the context is about the future. Of course, it's going to be underpinned by what your government has done, has achieved before. Okay? But it's about the future, not individuals, so to say, who may have had some infractions. If as we sit here, we are not saying that of a truth, Cecilia Dapaa has committed an offense.
No, precisely. Establish that.
Precisely. We are not saying that. In fact, Sami said that if she's investigated and she is tried and she can go scot-free, she goes scot-free. So let us not create that impression that because of this, definitely some infractions have been done. Nobody's preventing investigation. He said that the police are already investigating. That's what he said. He didn't say stop.
Too much
He said,
spoil the soup.
oh no, he said, but he didn't say stop. It is so then you can equally contact the police for what they have done.
Right.
So, but he doesn't need to, as you are saying, doesn't need to give instructions. He's saying that the police are already doing that.
Is the police close with the law to investigate money laundering?
And prosecute money laundering.
Is the police close with the law?
So let's clarify this.
It's a CID
The police, the Supreme Court says that when it is private money, it's for the police to do money laundering.
Right.
But when it's government money, it's the Yoko.
And that's why the Yokos.
Yeah, but that is prosecuting, not investigating.
Oh,
so if the police,
don't you know that the AG has even given useful information. The AG has even given the police.
Before coming here,
the amounts.
Someone looked at the pictures of those cabins.
They have thresholds,
and he said
they cannot cross.
Someone looked at.
He made a statement that
someone looked at those. No, it's my time.
Hold on.
I just wanted to tell you something.
Sorry, it's my time.
Okay.
You have said a lot of things. I mean, let me also talk. Someone said that you are going to the Lions then. Look at the panel. I said, we are coming to represent...
Your former general secretary seated by you, and you're describing him as a lion. So he's a lion.
So I mean, the same thing I'm trying to address, you are still looking. Stop that. Stop that.
That's why, because you know it's not the case.
You see, and I said here, those who watch us want the truth.
Indeed.
So when you come, you speak the truth.
That's all.
You cannot take any Ghanaian for granted.
Absolutely.
It is not our party who takes a Ghanaian for granted. The fact is that criminal matters, they never end. There's no statute of limitation for that. But you cannot say that because the AG is saying that another unit is already investigating. And therefore, we have said that you shouldn't prosecute or anything of that sort. We talk about investigation. It's for them, it's an advice. It's for them to know what they do about the matter. Okay. Now, in relating this to then everything has been under auspices of a clearing agent president and whatnot. We have had instances where people have been tried, where their actions occurred under the same former president. The recent one was the Maslog boss. Okay? Should we politicize that? No. Individuals commit offenses, they face the music. If the music is better, they drink it themselves. We make sure, as a nation, we make sure that the state's coffers are protected. That's what we are here for.
Okay.
No one is here. Oh no! Otherwise, then I also have the right to
started and you've come back. Just a brief comment. Don't be worried about that. All I want to say, just a comment. We are not when we say he's a clearing agent. What we mean is that he covers up corruption in his own government, doesn't allow for transparent investigations and prosecutions and punishment of his own appointees. And I can give you a countless list of that. But what I want to tell my brother is that the impact of a leader is not determined based on the amount of time that leader has to serve a nation.
Okay.
It is determined by the quality of the personality of that leader and his dedication to serve his people. For your information, the entire ministry, are you a Christian? Senior, are you a Christian?
Yes, he is.
You're a Christian. Mm-hmm. Do you know that the entire ministry of our Lord and personal Savior Jesus Christ lasted for only 3 years? Yet he has made an indelible impact, which for ages, centuries upon centuries, is remembered. An indelible impact. 3 years.
Okay.
4 years is more than enough.
Thank you.
If 4 years was enough for you to destroy Ghana, then 4 years is more than enough for John Mahama to transform Ghana. Please.
4 years is not enough.
Oh, let me explain what he. No. Just 5 seconds on that. They've been saying this. No. They've been saying this. Let me explain this to you. What the man meant. What His Excellency John Dramani Mahama meant was that one term, which is 4 years, is not enough.
Yes.
So he was asking for a second term. So once he is given the second term, it becomes enough. He was trying to say that one term of 4 years is not enough.
But the second
No. He doesn't need the honeymoon. The economy will need a grace period to come before we can increase salaries.
Within that 1 year, within that honeymoon, he has to be appointing people. Can you imagine that? So how many years is left for him to do what he has?
Every government since the question has been given a honeymoon to settle down before it starts paying remuneration and all those things. Yes.
This question is about if this decision or this advice is wrong in law, what is the remedy to this? This is coming from a statesman.
It's about putting pressure on you to do that.
Absolutely.
Is the advice wrong in law?
Oh, it is.
Wrong.
Let's not waste time on this. It's wrong. So look, we have to put pressure. But if the Attorney General is honorable enough, he will quickly pull it back. He will withdraw it, and then they will issue a fresh one, because this cannot stand.
Right.
This will not stand. Otherwise, then the next step is that we'll go to court. We'll go to court. Yeah, we will not waste time on this. And so let's do we have time to discuss how Yoko sat down and the money was returned to Madam Dapaa?
In fact, that is just part that I wanted to end with you, because you say that the money could have actually been retrieved.
Yes.
The money could have been retrieved.
Yes.
Even though the court had ordered that the special prosecutor should return the money to Cecilia Dapaa?
Absolutely.
How could that have been done?
Yes, so the court, it was on the 25th of January, OSP went to court to say they were withdrawing, right? They were withdrawing the application. That's for confirmation of the seizure. That's about $540,000 and $2.7 million they found in Madam Dapaa's house. And then withdrawal of the confirmation of the freezing orders. The money in their accounts, that money that at a point we're hearing was more than 50 million, right? Mm-hmm. Good. So once he withdrew, then the judge said, return the money within 72 hours. Mm-hmm. Return the money within 72 hours. Now, as soon as that was done, we came here Saturday, 27th January. Yes. You can pull it back. Viewers can Google and see. I was here and I said, hey, Madam Dapaa, be sure that at the time, I said Madam Dapaa, sorry, Yoko, be sure that at the time Kisejabe is handing over the money, you are on site to also collect. Because you are now going to do money laundering investigations. Because OSP went to court or based his application on corruption and corruption-related offenses. Mm-hmm. And later I saw that Mr. Jabin said he wasn't getting evidence, so he's pulling back. Yeah, so Yoko was going to take over to do money laundering. I swear, listen, this money. No, we can't continue to do this. This is no brainer. This is no brainer. When I say people should resign, then you find intermediaries calling me left, right, center, begging that why are you saying Tiwa Dankwa should resign? Meanwhile, you remember, you remember before then, I'd made this point that if you profile her, listen, the Abu Gyamfi and Asensuochiri case, A+ reported.
I was actually saying that. Yes. The swearing is what I wanted you to slow down.
No, but
yes, you know, yes. So okay, so you.
So you see, here is the case. Tiwa Dankwa. A+ reported that Abu Gyamfi and Asensuochiri were taking bribes before Akufo-Addo, before they allowed people to see Akufo-Addo. You took a phone and you are now begging A+ not to press charges. You, the CID, you were CID boss at the time. And A+ recorded. If you Google, you'll find that.
Such a character.
You see, then number 2, Takoradi girls, they had not been found, but to reduce pressure on government, Madam Tiwa Dankwa came and said, oh, we've seen the girls till date. We've not seen them. Then the case of Sewa Bruni, who reported to the same CID that, listen, National Security had raided the armed robbery because of her relationship. She said she was dating Akufo-Addo, right? She said she was dating Sewa Bruni. Am I the one who said it? All other media, please. We are only referring to facts. Has Akufo-Addo come out to deny? She published the text messages between her and Akufo-Addo. That's her boyfriend. Akufo-Addo didn't come out to deny. So me, I can only speak to facts. I didn't concoct them, right? Sewa Bruni is alive. If Akufo-Addo has any issue, she can pursue Sewa Bruni to sue. And then has Akufo-Addo, has he sued Al Jazeera, the gold mafia? Yeah. Al Jazeera, when the guy said he's part of the gold mafia, the smuggling ring, has he sued Al Jazeera? So please give us space. Let's deal with the facts as they are. So the point is that you look at all these cases, and then case number 4, Stephen Adai's case. Amwakwata refers reports to Yoko that Stephen Adair says there's bribery and corruption in the Ministry of Transport. By the way, Amwakwata had previously made the same statement that his place is full of what? Thieves, full of corrupt people.
You mean the Roads and Highways Ministry?
Yes, Amwakwata. Then he reports to Yoko to investigate bribery and corruption. Please, by Section 80 of this OSP Act, Yoko doesn't have any mandate in bribery and corruption. Yet Tiwa Dudankwa went into the case. So you see that I have 4 cases in which she has not conducted herself well. So if I say that this woman should resign, it's not personal. Look at all these 4 cases. Look at the, what do you call it? OSP Act, right? Look at the OSP Act straight. Let's go to Section 80. 81 says, the Economic and Organized Crime Office Act 2010, Act 804, is amended in Section 74 by the deletion of the words corruption and bribery in paragraph A of the definition of serious offense. So, Yoko doesn't have any mandate in respect of corruption, bribery and corruption, no. Yet, she wrote a report, signed it, that there is no case made out. Stephen Adair didn't justify. He didn't provide more evidence. Meanwhile, you have no basis in the first place to do that.
So that's why you want...
so look at 4 cases. Okay. And as I said, the main point we can't forget is that Saturday, we sat here, even before the Saturday,
right.
We started granting interviews as soon as the court decision came out. That, hey, let's with OSP. So that at the time they are handing over this money to Madam Cecilia Dapaa, Yoko will collect. This simple. If you can't do this, what else can you do? This one, simple. Be on site to collect the money. Wow. And you know, Yoko also has the same powers of seizure and freezing. Actually, I suspect that's where we copy the OSP powers from. So Yoko has been doing seizure and freezing long ago. Act 804, 2010, and even before then, right? So, oh, come on, please,
okay.
please.
Thank you.
This is what makes people say that this country won't...
3 minutes to the top of the hour.
Thank you for watching PENDREAM TV. Really appreciate your time. Please, if you have not yet subscribed, please do so for us. Hit the notification bell so that you'll be the first to receive any latest updates loaded onto the channel. Also like, share, and comment on the content posted. Thank you.
PENDREAM TV. Now, so far so good. Say open online portal e Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.